Hey guys, it's your Liana and welcome back to another video. Okay guys, so I just recorded this whole video and forgot to press record, so we're gonna try this again. But if you guys can tell by the title, I'm just going to be talking about kind of what you need to do before you move into an apartment, while you're in an apartment, and things that I have learned and the experience I have been through while getting my first apartment at a young age. Also, I am social distancing, so I can't really talk. I realize it takes me a second to get my words out, so bear with me guys, but let's get right into the video. Okay, so the first topic I wanted to talk about was budgeting, and I know you're probably hearing this a million and one times, but it really is the most and key important fact to figuring out how much you can afford for your apartment. And not only that, but making sure you can still also pay for the water and sewer, Pico, Comcast, and things that also go with your apartment. I will leave a screenshot, probably on the whole page actually, so you guys can kind of see it, of what my Excel sheet looks like and kind of just how I laid it out. If you guys would like me to send this to you, I found it super duper helpful, so I can do that. But it kind of just tells me exactly when all my bills are due. Also, I put a category, so every time I get paid, I just put it on there. I am a server, so I leave with cash every night that I work. So either if I forget to do it every night, I will do it every other. I will just put it down in my notes on my phone and then just update it whenever I get home or have a chance. I found this was super helpful, and to deduct it just so I can know where my money is actually going. That has been one of my biggest problems. Even with having a bank card, like I just swipe and don't really look where my money's going. I just see like, oh hey, I'm missing $150. So it's just to have it handwritten, or like not handwritten, but also just to like see it on the computer and be like, oh yeah, I spent $30 on gas and $70 at the grocery store. It has really helped me manage my money a lot and just know exactly what I'm doing with it instead of it just going missing. Okay, so going off of budget, like I said, it's just really important knowing how much you can afford. Again, apartment is just not like, hey, this is your rent, it's $1,000 a month. It's like, hey, your rent's $1,000, but also you got to do the security deposit. You have to make sure you can pay your water and sewer. You have to make sure you can pay your Pico because you need heat and AC. You got to make sure you can do your cable because you're going to need internet connection for the most part. I don't even have actual cable. I just pay for Hulu, Netflix, and Amazon Prime. But just like things like that, you just want to make sure that you can pay for it and it can work into your budget. Another important topic I wanted to talk about, which I feel like a lot of people don't talk about, is furniture. Obviously, you can kind of thrift shop and get your own furniture from somewhere else. When I was first moving, I was not expecting to move. I did not have a whole bunch of money saved up for a couch, TV, dining room table, and things like that. So one thing I did was rent my furniture. And before you guys are like, ew, that's nasty, where I rented my furniture, it was actually kind of cool because you could get a used set or you could get a new set, which I really liked. The new set was, I think, literally like $4 more every 2 weeks, which was not bad at all. So I ended up doing that. I got a couch, a TV, and a TV stand from there. I already had a dresser and bed, so I wasn't too worried about that. But again, that was $57 every 2 weeks. And the nice thing is, every time you pay, it kind of goes towards you paying them off. So I really did like that. The only thing I will say is I just ended up not falling in love with what I got. You are kind of limited on your options in a store like that. They don't have a lot of nicer brands, I want to say. And I kind of just wanted something that I can like move with me and take for a while. But also I just wanted to build my credit. So I decided to actually get real furniture and take out a loan for it to help me build my credit. So I returned the couch and TV stand, and I just got a new couch from, I want to say it's like NMC. I think that's what it's called. It's basically, you can get this furniture from Bob Furniture, Raymond Flanigan, any place like that. But it's like one of those just closer to me. And again, it just helped me build my credit and I loved doing it. I think when I was halfway through my lease here, I just wanted to make sure that I wouldn't have the same problem I had with moving in here. So I wanted to get my credit as high as I possibly could. I am not a credit card person, but we will talk about that in the next point. But yeah, I just found this was super easy. Also, since I returned the couch and TV stand, the rest of the money that I did use towards them just went towards the TV, and I paid that off super fast after that. So that was really nice, and now I'm just paying on the other things. So going to building your credit. I am not a credit card person at all. I just know I can't handle it. I have seen some of my friends get credit card and now their credit is crap. So I just wanted to be realistic with myself and knowing what I can do and what I can't. And a credit card is just not one of them, guys. So I know eventually I'm going to have to get one, but there's so many other ways to build your credit, and I have learned that. So I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys. Whether you're thinking of moving out, you just want to start your credit as low as possible and kind of just figure it out from there. So when I moved in to my current apartment, my credit wasn't awful. I actually had really good credit, but it was only from my car payment. So that's another thing that's kind of tricky, is you can have great credit and not have a history of credit, or you can have a crappy credit and like a bad history. So really quick, just explaining that a little more. So again, I only had my car payment. So yeah, I pay my car every month on time, but that's all I had. So instead of doing the normal $300 security deposit, I actually had to put a month rent down for my security deposit, which was $1,300, which kind of killed my pockets. But I knew if I did want to move out of this place, I wanted to make sure that on the next apartment I wouldn't have this problem and I could just do the regular $300 or $250, whatever it may be. So I was really aiming to build my credit, so I did change a lot of things this year. Again, I got furniture, which was a great thing to do. I also started paying off my student loans, and then anything that I owed for my credit, I started paying that off. I've only had one thing that I owed for my credit, which was my old car insurance, but I paid that off and my score went up 30 points, so that was great. Another thing I did was get a new car. I just wanted a new car in general because I wanted it to only be on my name instead of me and my dad's, and I just wanted to build my credit even more. So I ended up getting a new car, and that worked out a lot. And I only had the car since December, and my credit has gone up a very big deal, I want to say. So again, I am moving out in 2 months from my current apartment just because I wanted something that I could actually love. I don't know, I definitely think this was a great first apartment, but it didn't have everything I wanted. So I am moving out, and this time when I was going through the whole application process, I literally got approved right away, where I'm only paying the $300 instead of a whole 13-month or $1,300. So that was just really cool to see how that changed in literally under a year. So definitely any little thing that you can do. If you are thinking about moving out at a young age, again, I don't recommend doing a credit card if that is kind of the only way that you can build your credit at that point being, then definitely try it. But I would be very careful on your limit and what you're spending it on. Honestly, I know one of my friends that got a credit card, he only did it on gas, and I think that's a great way, just so you can easily pay back that $30-$40 you're using and just be done with it. Just don't go crazy. Please be careful with the credit card. And if you can't talk to your parents about getting a credit card, try and talk to either older siblings, someone at school if you're still in high school, to have them kind of explain it to you. It's really weird. Also, side note, they don't talk about credit in high school. I don't know if your high school is the same way, but I feel like I never really had that conversation with any of my teachers. So if you have a close teacher and you just want to have a better understanding, then just ask, or again, just look it up. You can look anything up right now, but definitely just try your best to find other options than a credit card. Or if you're going to do a credit card, do a Target credit card. Not something, oh, probably not Target. Do a store that you like but don't love. Because I know someone that also got a Victoria's Secret credit card and she loved Victoria's Secret. So it didn't really work out. She owed a lot of money towards Victoria's Secret right now. When you are moving out, essentials, essentials, essentials. This was very important for me. Like I said, furniture and things like that. Obviously, you're going to need something, a couch, maybe it. Some people just don't need anything, which do you. Just figuring out what you actually need versus what you want is super important. In this house, the apartment I live in right now, I still don't have a dining room table, guys, and I'm about to move out. My next apartment has the island, and that's all I really wanted, just because I don't really sit at a dining room table. But yeah, I never got one for this apartment. I just didn't think it was important. A coffee table, I never got that. I didn't think it was an essential thing that I needed. Again, with my cable bill, I don't have TV just because I literally have Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime. So those are 3 sources I can watch anything I want without commercials, may I add. But again, I can still watch The Bachelor on Hulu, like things like that. So I just found that was a lot cheaper than getting a whole package deal with TV included. I do have internet. I want to say my internet is, I want to say $47 a month. And I have Comcast. Also going with essentials is trying to get your bill the cheapest you can possibly get it. For Pico, I have a payment plan kind of thing. Where since I am younger and I make good money, I really do, so I shouldn't say this, but I'm like, oh, I can't afford $130 when my AC is blasting during the whole summer. So working out a different plan with them, and now my bill's like $60 a month. So just definitely talk to the people that I'm trying to have business with and kind of see what's the best plan for you. There are so many programs out there that help kids, or not even kids, just people that are struggling. And I definitely think it's a great thing, and definitely use it to your advantage if you are someone who's struggling or just someone that can't afford to pay a ridiculous amount for anything really, cable, Pico, anything like that. Another thing is I got my phone plan to be as low as possible, which I love. I do have unlimited data, which I definitely needed just because with school and everything like that, just using my hotspot. But just finding little tricks like that to kind of help you get your bills down as low as possible is just going to help you in the long run and make sure that you can afford your rent every month. When you are going shopping for your apartment, I definitely did things little at a time, where obviously I got, hey, all my shower stuff and my like kitchen stuff, like pots and pans. Honestly, I found the cheapest ones. Eventually, when I did have more money, I upgraded it. But when you first move in, you do not need to have a $100 pot set, a $40 curtain. Like, you can take your time and kind of building those things up, and kind of designing your apartment the way you want it to be. I just knew I didn't have all this money, so I definitely worked extra just to make sure I can afford stuff and like make it more homey. But that is not a key thing when I first moved in. I was not really that picky on the items I had in my apartment and how expensive they were or how cheap they were. I kind of just was like, hey, Walmart, like, here I come. Okay, so another point is safety. Safety was really important for me. 1, because I am a female. 2, because I am living alone. So I just wanted to make sure I was as safe as possible. Again, I am a server, so I sometimes don't get home until 1:30, 2 a.m. So I kind of just wanted to make sure I was okay walking into my apartment building and like just being as safe as possible. That being said, safety may be more expensive, so you need to figure out kind of if that's okay for you. I grew up in a very suburb rich area. The school I go to is 10 minutes from where I am from, so it's not far at all, but I knew I didn't want to live directly in the college town. Again, it's a super safe area. It's just people are coming from all over, and we have had some break-ins and things like that, and I just did not want to deal with that, guys. I really didn't. So I live about I want to say 10 minutes from my school. Yeah, 10 minutes from my school. And it's completely different. I live where there's a whole bunch of families, older people, things like that. And I just knew that I would rather pay more for my safety and make sure that my well-being is good. That was really important for me. So you need to figure out if that's a key factor for you. If you are getting a roommate, that might be a little different. Or if you're a guy, or even if you're just like a strong person, then you might not care that much about safety. But I was like, no, I'd rather not get my car smashed into or deal with a robbery. So definitely just figuring that out. Again, it might be a little more, but it's your life we're talking about here, so I think it is worth it. Okay guys, so I think that's going to be the end of the video. I just wanted to do 5 quick tips for you guys that I found was really important when I was moving out and while being in my first apartment. So if you guys have any more questions or want me to continue on more things that I have learned, please let me know down below. I hope these tips help you guys. Again, sorry I was kind of all over the place, but I definitely just wanted to get this video up for you guys. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and all that great stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.